Spencer and Keen, Fine Jewelry Studio. Embrace unique. Spencer and Keen, Fine Jewelry Studio. Embrace unique. Spencer and Keen, embrace unique. For a little. Oh, yay.
What do we got in here? All right.
Hello.
Salutations.
We have a group here today.
Yeah. This is awesome. All right, so we're live. We're good. We're going.
We are.
Awesome.
We're still just kind of.
Chilling.
We're chilling.
We're chilling a minute.
Yeah.
We're hanging out. We're waiting for everybody to join in.
But I could introduce our special guest today. We have a special guest, my daughter.
Who should not be named.
Who should not be named.
Okay. Just daughter. This is daughter.
Daughter, say hello to the people.
Say hello.
People.
Hello, people.
Daughter, people.
Hello, people over.
But not your daughter.
Not mine. No.
Hers.
Hers, not mine.
My daughter.
Let's get that straight.
Yes.
I can't afford child support.
Oh, that's the reason?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly the reason.
So, hi, everybody. I'm Catherine Spencer at Spencer & Keen Fine Jewelry Studio.
I'm Yoni Ben Joseph at Spencer & Keen Fine Jewelry Studio.
And this is
daughter.
Spencer. At Spencer & Keen Fine Jewelry Studio.
I shouldn't be named.
Okay.
Yeah, daughter.
You're not calling me daughter.
Well, you're calling yourself daughter. What am I supposed to call you?
Fine,
If you're not named.
You can say my name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is Cora.
Cora.
at Spencer and Keene Jewelry Studio. That's your last name now.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's almost. It's like half of it.
Yoni, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about permanent jewelry. Yeah, that's right. One of the very unique offers we have here. Won't find it very often, and we have a lot of variety. And so today we're going to go over how it works, what the options are, some often asked questions, and then we're going to do it for you on Daughter.
I'm Cora.
Cora.
Encore.
On Cora.
Encore.
Yes. And it'll be a fun time. We're going to see some sparks flying as we put on these pieces and hopefully answer some questions, and maybe you'll be inspired to come get some. Almost all of us here have our own pieces, and it's a lot of fun. Simple way to have a memorable piece. A lot of people come in with family and friends, daughters and moms, spouses, all the fun stuff. In general.
With their daughters.
With their daughters.
Yes.
Not just daughter mom. Other people's daughters and moms. But it's a lot of fun, so let's get to it, yeah?
Sure.
Sure. So first is our pulse laser machine, our welder. So we put our welder at a power of 6. That's our standard power. And then we are holding our pieces with our ground pliers is connected by a wire. And once we touch it to this diode right here, which we can remove as a free-floating stylus or keep right in here, it'll create a zap. That zap will fuse the metal right at the point of contact with a little burst of plasma, and boom, it's on. No pain, no heat, no nothing. So we'll show you a little quick tutorial as to how it works, and then we'll go through the fun of actually putting it on.
But wait. Cora, do you have any questions about permanent jewelry today?
Do you have any charms I can add to my permanent jewelry?
We do have charms. Charms are a great way to personalize your permanent jewelry. It's a very, very popular request we get here. We have a whole tray full of different charms that you can choose from, as well as a whole website area where you can custom order different charms. We've got people who custom order initial charms. We did some permanent necklaces with initials, special birthstones and special settings. And that is, oh yes, I forgot about this camera. And that is all a lot of fun, different ways that you can customize. I would say our most popular are these birthstone links. Let's see, can I get that in the camera? Yeah, these birthstone links. Not sure how focused that is. And these are great because it kind of flows continuously with the chain, but they're super customizable. They're super cute, super classy, and super simple.
And Yoni, describe that link to me. What is that? What kind of metal and what kind of gemstone is there?
So this is a citrine baguette in 14 karat yellow gold. We do also have other stones. Oh, let me move that a little bit. We do have other stones and other settings. So we have our sterling silver stones. I believe this is a synthetic ruby link. Whatever, lost that one.
So are all of the yellow metal ones, are those all 14 karat?
In our charms tray, all of the yellow ones are 14 karat, and all of the white are our silver pieces. We also have 3-stone link charms, heart charms. This is our
Hi, Carla.
this is our butterfly charms. A little hard to angle in the camera. Let's see. All right. And then we also have dangles. So the dangles aren't continuous like the links are, and they'll hang off kind of like a charm bracelet would. So we've got normal heart charms, cross charms, a whole bunch of different options. And of course, if you don't find the exact charm you're looking for, you can order it custom through us. We can custom make them right here by hand in store with the specifications of your choices. We have our web page that has links to charms and dangles, and feel free to look up. Yes, we have a permanent jewelry section of our website. Feel free to peruse that. You get to look at all the fun info, and there you can also custom order charms, dangles, and the like. And there are a lot of really fun options. This is one of our in-store favorites among the employees. Let's see if I can get it focused. It's like so counterintuitive to get this thing. Where are you? Okay.
What is it?
this is a rose-cut diamond in, at the very least, 18 karat, but it looks like 22 karat to me.
It's 18.
It is 18. It's
It
so
is
warm
18.
and so warm in color. It looks like a higher carat, but it's gorgeous. And it is a lovely little rose-cut diamond dangle. So we have a lot of really fun options that people get to choose from. And like I said, you can custom order links and charms that fit your needs, that get exactly what you're looking for. And they're a lot of fun. Great way to improve and personalize your permanent pieces.
So Cora, I have a question for you today. Did you just like walk in today, or did you make an appointment?
I think I just walked in.
You did. You did. So Yoni, can you tell us about walk-ins versus appointments?
So you can do walk-ins, but we much prefer appointments because it takes a lot of time to, honestly, most of the time when people come on in for a permanent jewelry, it takes a solid 15 to 20 minutes just to choose what you're getting because we have so many great options. We really do. We've got a whole slew of potential chains to choose from, and like I showed earlier, all of those different charms. So it takes a good second to really think through what you've got going on, and blocking out a specific time is really helpful for us to really be there with you and make sure you're having a great experience all the way through. So if you want to make an appointment, you can go right to our website where we have our permanent jewelry page and book an appointment. And if you really can't do that, we will take a call or anything else that helps with that. And we do a worst case scenario walk-in, but we much appreciate an appointment where we can give you that personal service that everybody loves and appreciates from Spencer and Keene Fine Jewelry.
Well, good. I'm glad because I mean Cora just kind of walked in today. But Cora, do you have any other questions about like the process?
Well, does it hurt?
It does not hurt one bit. A lot of people actually do think it's gonna hurt. It does not hurt. This is not a tattoo or anything like that. All we're doing is taking our little laser welder, or it's not actually a tack welder, and touching the joint and creating a spark, and it's not contacting your skin at all. And if you're extra spooked about it, we put this nice protective strip of leather right on top of your hands, and then put the piece over it, and then we can laser it over that. And so that'll give you a nice layer of protection, and it is entirely for your ease of mind, because even with this, it won't change a thing. It's going to be perfectly safe, and you're not going to feel a thing.
Well, but I know it's summer, Cora. So do you have any other concerns about the summertime here?
Well, can you wear it in the water? So, like, if you swim in the pool?
You can wear it in the water. These are strong, durable pieces. They're not going to wear away, fall off too easily. And we do have some, we don't recommend to constantly be in chlorine, but a couple swims in the pool, not going to hurt a thing. Don't have to worry about it degrading, falling apart, tarnishing fast, anything like that. These are all great quality chains, and we can go through those chains a little bit later to explain the types of metals we have to show you that they're good quality. And feel free, have fun. These are meant to be worn in your day-to-day life, so it'll be no problem.
Well, but I know, Cora, you just had a little procedure done. So do you have any questions about like things that we had to do to get ready?
Well, what if I need to remove it?
All right, well, if you need to remove it, especially for medical purposes like an MRI or surgery or something like that, do not worry. You can cut it off relatively easily with almost anything. What did you say you cut it off with last time?
Sewing kit scissors.
That's right. Tiny, itty bitty sewing kit scissors was all it took. We recommend using nail clippers on the jump ring or something like that. If you do have to take off your permanent jewelry, I recommend that you cut it off right at the jump ring where I connect it. And this way you can come back into the store and we can put it back on after your procedure. But don't worry, it's not going to be something that's super difficult or crazy to get off in case of an emergency or an operation or some sort of task that you're worried about. So no problem.
Well, but what if she's out like playing and like being a little rough? Cora, have you ever had an experience like where you're kind of maybe being rough on your jewelry at all? This might happen.
Well, what if it breaks or stretches when I'm playing?
It's a great question. We get that question quite a lot. We do have a 2-week guarantee. So if we put a piece of permanent jewelry on you and it falls off in the first 2 weeks, that's on us. That's probably because the weld that was created just didn't quite take. So if that's the case, bring the piece back and we'll put it on you free of charge within that 2-week window. And if not, we can still put it back on you for a small fee. Just try to keep the chain with you so that we could just put it right back on. People do come back in to get it resized. Sometimes they come have a change of heart in terms of how long they want it on their wrist. And that's no problem at all. We can update it for you. It's kind of like almost like a ring sizing. We can just take a piece out and re-put it back on, and it'll fit much better. So a lot of editing that you can do.
Well, that's great. But so we can take it off if we need to. Okay, but there might be some other things that that we might do that might not require it to be taken off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we travel with it? Like, can we go in planes, trains, boats, and stuff like that?
Absolutely, you can travel with it. You do not need to worry about taking it off to go through airport security or anything like that. It would be a crazy experience if that's what stopped you in the line. And even if that was the crazy experience, worst comes to worst, you snip it off, hold on to it, we'll put it back on. But that's not going to happen. You can wear this on your travels with not a care in the world.
Well, and of course, the other thing is that because there is no clasp on permanent jewelry, there is no little piece of steel in a clasp that would go off.
Correct. Absolutely true. So it's
Yeah.
not going to go off on the sensors because there's no clasp. All clasps require small little spring steel. Steel spring. And so there's no clasp. You don't have to worry about taking it on and off. That's kind of the whole beauty of it. You get to just have it as a piece of your body adornment. I have one myself. I also have my necklace that I have not taken off as well. And it's just a great way to have something that's almost a little more personal than a bracelet that you could take on and off or a chain that you could take on and off. It almost kind of becomes a part of your body. It's as close to tattooing as you can get without any pain or actual commitment.
Right. Well, and we also use sterling silver. We use 14 karat solid gold, and we use gold fill.
14 karat
for
gold
the
fill.
14 karat gold fill for the purpose of not using what's called a base metal
Yes.
in jewelry that's just plated. So you won't have that problem. I went over in a earlier episode about using a magnet that attaches to a base metal piece of jewelry to see whether it is real or fake, has any sort of metals in it that would irritate your skin. We're using 14 karat gold fill, 14 karat solid, and sterling silver so that you shouldn't have any problems like that.
Yes, and on top of that, because we're not using any base metals, we're only using high quality metals like solid 14 karat sterling and 14 karat gold fill. You're not going to get any problems with tarnishing and corroding or any kind of discoloration of the skin in the way that you would with a cheaper quality product that is using base metals like nickel. So you're going to get a much better experience. You're not going to get a ring of green on your skin from the base metal, and you're not going to watch it rust away. These are good quality products, and because it's gold fill and not gold plated, the color of the metal is not going to continually wear down to the point that it just looks terrible. It is essentially embedded into the gold itself at a thicker layer than just a thin plating. And so you're going to keep that nice gold luster on at least the 14 karat gold fill, but of course with the solid 14 karat gold as well. And that'll be something that'll last a lot longer. And you don't have to worry about just having to take off because it's wearing away, because it's good quality metals.
Well, I'm excited, Yoni. But Cora, since you do kind of play a lot, should we be concerned? I don't know. What do you think?
Well, what if my chain fell off and lost it while I was playing?
So if your chain falls off and you lost it, especially after that 2-week period, you have to purchase a fresh chain. We can't simply refurbish it, and that's an unfortunate truth that comes from a too active wear. Some people really beat on their things, pull on it, yank it, flies away.
And not just kids, right?
Oh, not just kids.
Not just
it's
kids.
almost never kids, actually.
True.
Yeah. So
it's mostly adults.
So if it falls off, find it, pick it up, hold on to it, and bring it back into the store so that we can put it on you and you don't have to pay for a brand new chain. And if it does fall off, you get a chance to try a different chain out.
Hey.
Hey. Benefits. Let's see. Oh, okay. I thought you were pointing out a question.
So, if she can't bring her chain back and it falls off, I mean, can we refund her money? How does that work?
No, we cannot. After that, yeah, no, we cannot. Because of the problems with that being too regular, some people have just too active of a lifestyle or whatever, and they're wearing it down too often. We can't cover that cost. So if you lose your chain and you want a new one, unfortunately, you are going to have to buy a new one. But I see that as an opportunity to try something new, maybe try a different style of chain, maybe even add a new not a new jump ring, a new charm or a new link that could make it something even more special. And then after you get the new one on, take a lot better care of it so you don't get the same problem.
Okay. Okay, so maybe we should start with a gold fill chain just in case, or a sterling silver just in case, right? Yeah, okay.
I think that's a good idea.
Well, Cora, I know you just kind of walked in today.
Is there like an age requirement for this?
Well, it's a good thing I was here.
So you must be 12 years or older. And if you're under the age of 18, you must be accompanied by an adult.
Well, how old are you, Cora?
8.5.
8.5.
Uh-oh. Well,
I'm here. I say
if
it's okay.
if we have a parent or guardian with you and you're under the age of 12, then we will absolutely put a piece of permanent jewelry on you.
Okay.
And we will make recommendations for the younger of the younger children as to what chains would feel best on younger, more sensitive skin.
Yes. Yes. But we would recommend that if your child is, say, under the age of 3, I probably would not recommend a piece of permanent jewelry at all, just for the purposes of, especially on an infant. Infant skin is very delicate, so even the smoothest of chains, you want something you can take off. And at that point, we can always use some of the chain that we do have to create baby bracelets for you. And we do baby bracelets all the time that we put in birthstone links and we custom fit them to infants. So feel free to bring in an infant that we can custom fit a bracelet to, but we will include a clasp to make sure that there is no irritation and that if there are any problems, you can very easily remove the bracelet without cutting it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, all right, well, I give my consent, so let's get to it.
All right, we've got the consent. Let's do it. All right, which chain do you want to start with today?
Maybe this one.
The paperclip?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
So if you couldn't see, we're giving her some fun options today. We've got a normal cable chain, a beaded cable chain, and our paperclip chain. And these are awesome 14 karat gold fill options that have a gorgeous yellow gold luster that won't wear out in color and will look absolutely fantastic. So let's start off with our paperclip chain. I'm going to pull out a little bit of length. And now we're going to take a little bit of a wrist measurement. Okay, so we're looking at about a 5-inch wrist. So what I always like to do when I work with our permanent jewelry customers is we start it off a little bit too long because it's much easier to make something smaller than it is to make something larger. So we're going to start off at a little over a 5 1/4. Maybe, yeah, a 5 1/4. A little over. And then we will try it on and slowly move it down so that it feels at just the right length, because you want your permanent bracelet to feel as natural and as good as possible. We want to get that length feeling just right for you for daily wear. Everybody has a bit of a different preference onto how long they want it. Some people like it so loose it can almost go down to the elbow, and some people like it so tight that it sits snug on the skin the whole time. I tend to like it a little bit in between, where there's a little bit of length right at the bottom, so it swings freely and can roll up and down the wrist.
Well, and Cora, you had one of these before that we had to take off for your procedure. How did you like the fit? Did you like it a little tighter or a little looser, or kind of like Yoni's where it hung down just a little bit?
I liked it kind of like Yoni's.
Okay.
Because
Well,
that's how I got it last time.
That's good to know.
All right.
And I think you also kind of tell us why you liked having your bracelet when you were at school.
I liked having it so that I could kind of roll it up and down my arm, and so that I wouldn't get bored and I could play with it, kind of like that.
So it's almost like a little bit of a fidget
Yeah.
toy. Yeah.
Very nice. So
A
how do
fancy
you
fidget.
feel about that length?
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Sold. So now I'm going to find that jump ring again.
You just passed it.
Thank you very much. It gets lost. Doing
Now,
it with the naked eye.
As a concerned parent talking about naked eyes,
Yes.
I know that
Oh, yes.
that something like an arc welder that might produce a spark, it might
Yes.
also produce a very bright light. Are there any precautions that we can take over here?
So the arc welder does produce a bright light. We don't recommend constant exposure to it. One flash will not be the end of the world by any means. However, if you are concerned, we do have protective eyewear that we will offer, especially for minors that are getting permanent jewelry done. So we're gonna have Cora here wear these awesome protective eyewear.
Would you like to don your glasses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Now, if I did the weld through this screen, the screen will automatically darken and protect our eyes, but I find it much easier to remove the stylus and do it freehand like this. So in this case, there's nothing protecting the eyes, so we're going to use protective eyewear. And as an adult, I'm going to consent to not wearing protective eyewear.
And I'm going to close my eyes.
Yes. So first things first, we're going to make sure we're at a 6 power, and we're going to make sure the power's on, which we are.
Where's the jump ring?
The jump ring is right in the middle. So now I'm going to make sure that the joint on the jump ring is facing straight up, and it is. And then I'm going to grab a hold of it with these pliers. And these pliers are wired. So this is the ground input for the weld. Without this contact, it's not going to happen. So now I've got it touched. I don't know, let's see. Can we zoom in on this camera a little bit? That's helpful. So there's a little bit of a line right there, and that line is the joint on this jump ring. So we're going to touch the tip of the welder to the joint on the jump ring, and there it goes.
Ooh.
There was a quick flash, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it a little bit closely, and I'm going to check the quality of the weld. It looks awesome. So just as simple as that, the weld has been made. It is nice and tight. I'm going to use this small fiberglass brush to remove the blackening that naturally occurs from the weld. And so this way it'll be nice and clean, and it'll look like it was always meant to be this way, as if it was put on you by a factory. Just perfect.
Well,
precision.
And that blackening that you're talking about, that's from the super amount of heat
Yes.
that comes from the welder,
Yes,
right?
that is
tarnish
from the
wouldn't
plasma.
occur from normal
No.
everyday use.
In fact, I wouldn't even, probably doesn't even qualify as tarnish. It is a residue left behind by the plasma from the weld. So there's no damage done to the metal itself. It's just a small amount of surface level discoloration that we can easily remove with our brush. And there we go, just like that. We have our beautiful permanent piece on. It is a solid weld. And did it hurt at all?
No.
Did not hurt at all. That's what I like. Awesome. And now I've got a beautiful permanent jewelry on, and that is good on us for 2 weeks. After that, it's all you. But it's great. That is a solid weld. Trust me, that's not going anywhere. If you pull it as hard as you can, it probably wouldn't even break at the joint that I just made, because it's that solid. So great example of how our machine here works. That was a one-touch weld, which is how we like it to happen. Sometimes it takes a couple of touches, so there's a little small bursts, and then we get our nice one big flash. So that was first try, one big flash, and that just put a nice molten seal on that joint. So that bracelet's not going anywhere.
Great. Well, that was pretty fun. Do you want another? Do you want
Yeah, do you want another one?
Do you want
another?
You're allowed to have
another
one.
Wrist.
Okay.
Or you can stack it on the same wrist. It's up to you. Which one do you want to do this time? Do you want to do the same one, or do you want to try a different chain?
I want to try a different one. Well, The normal one, but the other one.
You want this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Beaded one.
This is our beaded. Oh no,
No,
that's
it's
the wrong
not.
one. I just pulled the wrong one.
That's the beaded.
Okay. Yes, this is our cable with beads, our beaded cable chain. So now let me get a measurement of this wrist. I'm sure it's going to be just the same, but I gotta test it out anyway.
I'm a child.
Yes, you are. All right, so we're gonna go to 5.5 again, or 5.25.
Spin, spin, spin.
All right. Then I'm gonna grab a fresh jump ring.
Now I'm a little concerned because Cora has a tattoo on this hand of a T-Rex.
Mhm.
Now, is the T-Rex going to be able to bite through this chain?
No, the
No.
T-Rex is not going to be able to bite
It can't
through this
get
chain.
to it with its...
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. That would be a very new complaint.
Okay.
But I think these chains are so solid that it will survive the bite.
The T-Rex.
Are you ready?
Got it.
Yes.
All right. It's just like that. Thread the jump ring. And now I'm going to tighten that jump ring.
Now I'm going to grab this.
Do you want to try
Well,
it without
first-
that this time?
First, I want you to tell me how that feels lengthwise, because I can still make it a little shorter. Let it roll up and down. That might need to be a little shorter.
You like it?
I like it like that.
If she likes it like that, we're good.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
If you want to try it without this, it won't hurt.
I still want it.
All right. Whatever makes our clients the most comfortable.
I'm not a client.
You are a client.
Today you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay. She's not a client.
She's not a client.
I'm the child of this store's boss.
Oh,
Ooh.
fancy.
Yeah. That's quite a flex. All right. So now I need to find, there it is. So just like that, the thread is now right at the tippy top of where I'm holding it with the grounded pliers. And here we go again. We're just going to slightly put that over.
Don't look.
And we're touching the thread right at the top. Pop! One flash, one nice big flash. When I hear that nice pop sound and the nice big flash, I know it worked right.
It's kind of like one of those poppers on the 4th of July.
It is. It is bright, it is energetic, but it is not painful.
And safe.
Very safe. And just like that, we've got another solid weld. And here I am again with the brush, the fiberglass brush. I'm just kind of getting that plasma residue off of the jump ring. Carla said you're doing a fantastic job.
Aw.
Well, this is her second
Hello,
test.
Katie.
Hello, Katie.
Who's Katie?
She's one of our best customers.
Hi, Katie. Oh, she just texted us. Hi.
All right. And just like that, we have another awesome permanent bracelet on. Hello, Katie. Another solid bracelet on. It's good quality. Yeah, there you go. Show them. And that's not going anywhere. So
No.
it's a great fun, a great way to have some custom jewelry that you don't have to worry about taking on and off. We get a lot of people that ask, how do you clean them? I say, take a shower. It's the simplest, easiest way. I said that on Saturday. We had people, but it's kind of true.
Yeah,
A
you
little
can do
bit,
an
except for
anklet.
that you might get some soap residue in the shower. So I guess I would say if you're in the shower and you are cleaning and you wash, that maybe rubbing your fingers over it.
Yeah, rub
might
your
be a
fingers
good-
over it, and if you're really concerned about it, just you can scrub it with a toothbrush.
You can.
But I personally, I wear permanent jewelry both on my neck and on my wrist all the time, and you know, when I'm in the shower scrubbing myself with a loofah, I hit the bracelet, I hit the chain, and I come out looking sparkly, and I don't have any kind of lotion or residue that can be built up in other forms of jewelry. So it's really not that hard. Can we do anklets? Yes, we do anklets all the time. They've been super popular in the summer season. They're probably some of our most popular right now is getting anklets rather than bracelets. So we definitely do anklets. We have, like I said, all of these chains are perfectly good for anklets. We get a lot of people that like to get dangles. Most people only get dangles on those anklets because that's just kind of like the best design choice to have a dangle on the ankle. So it's a lot of fun. If you're interested in getting an anklet, feel free to come on in.
Say that 10 times fast.
Feel free to
No, dangle on an anklet.
dangle on an anklet. Dangle on an anklet.
Ah.
No.
Dangle
No,
on an anklet.
I can't.
You can't.
But I can put it on. So we do. I can't say it 5 times fast or 10 times fast, but we can put on anklets. It's super fun. We actually get a lot of parties that come in here with groups of multiple people, and they're all getting anklets together. So it's just a fun activity on its own. And then they have a dangle on an anklet. Let's go. We're going to make that our new little theme.
What about rings?
That's right. This is a permanent jewelry ring, and on it is a diamond by the yard style bezel set diamond. And so this is a really, really cool, fun thing that I'm pretty sure we're the only people to offer. And this is a ring right up against the skin, acting like a normal ring, but made with chain and with an additional gemstone link. See, can we get it in there? So that's a nice gemstone, a nice diamond in a bezel as the link, and that's on the ring, on the finger as a ring. Very, very unusual form of permanent jewelry, but it is something we do offer. It's a lot of fun. It is probably we're probably the only place that does that.
But you know what? If there are people out there who put gloves on all the time,
Yes,
that might be something that's a really good option for them because
it's nice and flush with the
it's
skin.
It's nice and flush with the skin. It's not going to catch on anything. You can take your gloves on and off all day and still have a little sparkle.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people who wear gloves for their employment and have a nice big diamond ring on, it's a problem. They got to take off the diamond ring. So this is a great alternative where you keep the product nice and flush with the skin, or as close to flush, and you're not going to get rips and tears, and you can leave it on, and it's just a great alternative. I think Katie wants to see a closer look at that. So let's see if we can get it focused. So right there is our diamond. It's not perfectly focused, but you can get a nice good feel of it. It's a chain band with a bezel set diamond right in the center, and it's a really good way to have a low sitting diamond that's simple, classy, and won't get in the way while you're doing your day-to-day work. We also get a lot of people that, have a very active lifestyle. They want to hit the gym hard. They want to dig deep in the ground while they're gardening. And when you have a nice tall set diamond, that can wear at the ring over time. So having this as a small alternative is a great option. It's a great way to have something that's safer, keep it on, still looks great, and it's not going to wear away as easily as a tall set solitaire while you're doing hard labor to keep your life full and active.
Well, and then of course I can always put my regular engagement ring and wedding set on
Right
over top
over
of that,
yeah, and it
because
stacks.
this is just a very skinny, smooth little 1 millimeter cable chain.
Right.
It's not going to get in the way. So
Yeah.
I can still put my rings on over top of that and it's not a problem.
Yeah, it's almost like a secondary stacker in addition to the band and the engagement ring. So it's just one of those extra little fun just one of those extra little fun things you can do to add more pizzazz and functionality at the same time, which is one of the good alternatives or good options that permanent jewelry in general adds. You get the option to really customize, add some pizzazz, but it's also really functional. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about taking it on and off. You don't really have to worry about losing it unless you're just totally demolishing it, which even then, that's on you. Don't do that. Don't be snagging it on things and trying to yank it off. But it's really, really solid. Katie loves your bracelets. And I, for one, as a quick side mention, see if I can show you, I have a slightly thicker, solid 14 karat rope chain. And I wanted to show this because there are some thicker, I would say slightly more masculine alternatives. We do get a lot of guys that also come in for our permanent jewelry options. And the slightly thicker chains, in this case, this rope chain, it's not hollow. It's a solid 14 karat gold rope chain. It's just thick enough that I feel like it has the right amount of presence on me so that doesn't feel dainty, but it's also not overbearing, and it's a solid permanent jewelry piece. And I'm very happy with this addition to my jewelry collection.
So Yoni, I know we talked about charms earlier in the video, but since we just showed the charm that I have on my ring, you think you can show a couple more charms?
Oh, absolutely.
One more time, just to kind of go over some of the options and what we do.
I can
Absolutely. So we have links versus dangles. And so I'm going to show you guys some examples of links. So we have some that are, let's see if I can get a good.
Well, and if people want to see these even up closer, they can
That's
probably
true.
check out our Instagram
And our website
and
as
our
well.
website. But our Instagram and our Facebook, we've posted photos of clients who have gotten permanent bracelets with charms, and a lot of times there's a little bit of a close up to see how big the charm actually is on the wrist or on the finger. I know that the other day we did a butterfly ring. Actually,
Yes.
we did a little butterfly charm.
So the charms in my hands, I'm going to see if I can get a good focus on these. So these all classify as links. Now they all classify as links because there are two jump rings on either side, and that means that it's going to move in line with the chain. So the chain's going to connect to one end of those links and continue again from the other end, and that charm, this link, is going to sit in the same axis as the rest of the bracelet. It's going to be as if it was meant to be one solid piece. And you can have a simple, classy, dainty birthstone charm to go with it, or our 3-stone settings. Or you can go a little more symbolic, a little bit larger. And here we have our butterfly link, our moon link, our double heart link, and our North Star links. So there's a lot of different options. And like I said, these are not the only options. These are just the quick options I'm showing you guys on hand. You can custom order from us a huge variety of links. So if you have something in mind that you think is exactly what you need to personalize your bracelet, don't hesitate to let us know and we'll make it a reality.
Well, I think last week John talked a lot about the engraving machine that we have and all of the different symbols that he can engrave onto sterling silver, 14 karat gold, gold fill. And if people let us know ahead of time, I'm sure we can create a custom symbol charm for them.
Absolutely. Well. Absolutely. Now what I'm going to show you guys is some of our dangle options. Oh, and I'm going to also bring that in afterwards. But here are some of our dangle options.
Well, this one's a full bracelet.
Yes, that is a full bracelet, and that full bracelet can either be used for the permanent piece, or we can break it apart and use components in your custom design. So here we also have some dangles. We've got our flying V, our diamond and gold ankh/cross, our heart, and our rose cut high carat gold diamond dangle. So these awesome dangles will hang off the side of the chain. I often recommend these for anklets. That's definitely where these are most popular. And these are not the only ones we have on option. And like I said, if you have something in mind, we can make it in reality. Now, if you guys have charms, dangles, pieces at home, chains from home, stuff like that, depending on the thread of that chain, and we will let you know, we can also use those pieces as the permanent jewelry. So
how cool is that?
Isn't that awesome?
So people can bring their own chains.
That's true. People can bring their own chains, and depending on the kind of chain, we'll confirm it with you. We can use that to make your permanent piece. So let's say you've got an old broken chain that you've got that's kind of nostalgic, part of the family, and you want to figure out a way to use it without just melting it down. We can take a smaller snippet of that chain. You only need an average of 6 to 8 inches for a permanent bracelet. And now you've kept that chain in the family. You save a little bit of money, and it's now a beautiful new chain.
But we would just have a small fee for welding, and
Correct.
If they needed a jump ring, depending on the kind of chain, the price of the jump ring.
Absolutely. So just a small fee for lasering it on, and if it's solid 14 karat gold or something like that, a small tiny charge for the 14 karat gold jump ring. And this allows you to really have a lot of options for the chains that you're using, the object that you're using, the customization of it. And on that same note, if you have an idea of the kind of chain you want to use or of the charms you're looking for, and we don't have that, we can get it in for you or create it by hand right here in-house. and now you've got exactly what you're looking for. So feel free to let us know if you've got a specific request, and we'll make it happen. Yes, absolutely, Katie. So Katie is saying that she has an old charm bracelet, which she can use for some dangles on an anklet. That's a great idea. If you have a charm bracelet that you don't use anymore, and it's just kind of sitting around, it's a familial piece or something like that, we can use those charms, put those on a bracelet, put those on an anklet, redo it into something that is now custom, personal, permanent, and a lot of fun.
Although when it turns to sock weather.
Yes, that is true. When it goes from anklet weather in the summer to sock weather in the fall, it might not be as fun, but you can always come back in and we can shorten it. We can remove a dangle temporarily and put it back on when the season comes back. Whatever you want us to do, we can absolutely help you out with. And just as a quick side note, because this is another one of those links that I forgot to show, this is the same kind of link that is on Catherine's permanent ring. So this is a bezel set diamond with 2 jump rings. Very, very much a diamond by the yard style setting. And we can put a very thin white gold chain or yellow gold chain, whatever you're looking for, going around either end. And that can either be on your bracelet, on your anklet, on a permanent necklace, or on a ring. So a lot of really fun options. And of course, we also have some other handmade charms. Don't mind me. This is a really fun little handmade heart charm. This is a link charm. We've got 2 jump rings on either side out of beautiful 14-karat rose gold. We can readjust it so that there's only 1 jump ring on it, and it'll act as a dangle. So if you have customization ideas that we just don't have in stock, like I said, don't be afraid to let us know and ask us about it, because almost guaranteed we can make it happen. And this way you get exactly what you're looking for. You can leave here feeling like $1,000,000, knowing you got exactly what you set out to get.
All right. Well, thank you, Yoni. That was very informative. I think I learned a lot about all of the permanent jewelry that we do here.
That's good. I think I learned some too, even though I know it all.
Okay. What about you, Cora? Did you learn anything today?
See you tomorrow, Carla.
I mostly knew all of it.
You mostly knew all of it? Okay. Yeah, I probably tell you about it. You hear me talking about it at home?
What?
Do you hear me talking about permanent jewelry at home? Maybe sometimes.
I hear you talking about it, and I saw you put a bunch of it on clients on that one event, and they asked a bunch of those questions, and
That's
you answered
true.
them.
That's true. Yes, you were here.
Yes, we do have permanent jewelry events every once in a while, so stay tuned if you're interested in keeping updated with those events. We do have a mailing list, yes?
We do have a mailing list, and if you want to sign up for regular mailing, you can also sign up at spencerandkeen.com on our website for regular updates. Hopefully, we'll be having an event coming up, let me think here, the end of August for a back to school event.
Ooh, very exciting.
Aha, back to school event. And so we'll keep you updated on when that actually gets planned and the dates and times. So we'll keep you up to date with that on our website and on
And on our
Instagram
social, yep.
and Facebook. And don't forget to tune in next week for another live session here at Spencer and Keen. And we will show you more of how we create custom jewelry right here in Morgantown, West Virginia, how we create it all in-house with our multiple in-house jewelers who have all gone through training as
Rigorous.
Artists
Yes.
and craftspeople. And the other thing going on right now, if people are looking for something to do online, there is Best of West Virginia going on right now, and it's just in nomination round, but West Virginia Living Magazine does a Best of West Virginia, and we have been, so far, we're in the nomination round for Best Local Jewelry Store. We are also in the nomination round for Best West Virginia Made Product that is not food. And so if you would like to go check it out and nominate us, like I said, we're just in the nomination round, and then coming up in about, I'm not sure the exact date, maybe in a month, we should go into the finals round, and hopefully we'll make it into the finals round.
We will with your support.
We will with your support. And if you can vote for us for Best of West Virginia Small Jewelry Store, Best of West Virginia with our West Virginia made products, because everything that's in our store was designed and made here. Except for these chains. We did not make these chains.
They're not handmade, but if you do want a
They're
handmade
not.
chain, we can do that.
We can do that.
We can do that. And if you have any recommendations or interest in specific things that you want us to talk about or go over in these lives so that you feel like you have a better understanding of what we do here, feel free to let us know. And we'll be happy to make a live stream that's kind of focused on your interest and get the knowledge out there as to what we're doing. So we do a lot of really awesome different things that require a wide variety of knowledge of the industry and different skill sets. And we're really happy to share that information with you guys and kind of show you guys what we do behind the scenes here, because we're not just a regular retail jewelry store. We are artisans and craftsmen, and we make really awesome pieces by hand for you guys, custom. So there's a lot to learn, a lot to show off. Very happy to show off here. So if you got any questions or anything like that, any requests, feel free to reach out to us. Let us know. You can reach out to us on this live, or if it's too late, on our Instagram. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Katie's our new campaign manager. So if you have any questions, go to Katie Pelletier, and I'm sure she'll reroute you to us. So. So I think is that sufficient? I feel like we've covered what we need to cover.
I think so. And I think any questions that were had were made. And if there's any other questions later with people watching, of course we can always answer those. You can also have a lot of questions answered at spencerandkeen.com.
Totally.
Feel free to email me, Catherine, at spencerandkeen.com. or John at spencerandkeen.com, and we can always answer those questions as well.
And if you reach out on our social media, you'll also probably get an answer from us in a relatively short order.
Yep.
So there's lots of different ways to get in contact with us and get the information that you're looking for in an efficient manner and with good quality customer service, which we pride ourselves on here at Spencer and Keen Fine Jewelry Studio.
All right.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.